Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Shaman's Horde on Nyxus Gaming. We're here in Old Blues in the Big Empty, and today I'm going to be going around exploring and showing you guys all the unique bosses and enemies you can find all over this place. You really can't take more than 2 steps without running across some of these guys. So starting off, we're here at the Cuckoo's Nest. Just gotta walk on in. And we're going to be faced with a unique lobotomite back in the corner here. I don't think it's this guy. It's going to be one of them, though. There he is. Test subject 1. And,
Here we go.
he didn't stand up too well to the Deathclaw hand. Now, did he? Let's just go ahead and take care of his friends here. Test Subject 1 is supposedly the first lobotomite that the Big Empty and the Think Tank experimented on. I guess that's the idea with him. You can get a Protonic Inversal Axe from beating him, which is very nice. I think those are in limited supply, though, within Big Empty. So grab one here if you really need it. Definitely wasn't too hard to take care of. Next up, we arrive here at the X12 Research Center just east of the Think Tank, and in here we're going to find a unique Drama Override Harness. Now, there is a force field here keeping you from it, so you're going to need your Cyber Dog gun, which I showed how to get last time on the Shaman's Horde. Let's go ahead and Sonic Emitter this thing open. Switch back to our Fist of the North Roar. There we go. And he should be down here at the bottom, just wandering around. There he is. Now, this isn't just any Drama Override Harness. This is the Master Drama Override Harness. And he does have another Cyberdog gun in him. Once you beat him, you will be ambushed by a bunch of other harnesses that force their way in. Now, the story with this guy is he is the master harness, so I guess, again, he was the first harness that they made. And these harnesses, I believe, are also a prototype of what you see in Dead Money that the ghost people wear. Suits that force people to keep working even after they're dead. Or passed out, that was the idea, but they work after they're dead. Now, the next ones we're going to find are going to be here at Little Yanksty, which is kind of a dark part of the Big Empty as a whole. It is actually a Chinese internment camp from the Great War. Basically, they would take Chinese citizens and prisoners of war and send them here for the Think Tank to experiment on. A lot of them have survived the war as a whole and become ghoulified, such as that one. The one we're looking for, the two we're looking for, aren't in the camp themselves, so it seems they escaped. And they're sitting right up here on these cliffs. You got number 27 and number 34, who is right over here. And on them, you can get another Protonic Inversal Axe, you can get some throwing axes, but other than that, they really don't have that much good loot on them. Kind of a dark part of the DLC as a whole, like I mentioned. This next one is actually an old friend of ours that I covered in a video long ago for all the legendary creatures in the game. There's one legendary creature that spawns in the Big Empty here and not in the base game, and it is the Legendary Bloatfly. It can be found here in the Mysterious Cave, but seeing as we've already killed it, I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And as they're dealing with that Scorpion, the enemy should spawn right here. Now, be wary. This thing, it is legendary. You'll see there, Eddie's already down. You'll see there, Arcade is already down. And it takes a lot of damage to kill it. It is probably the strongest enemy in the game. It is even stronger than the legendary Deathclaw, in my opinion.
Thursday. Wait. Damn it.
So be very wary when you wander into this cave to fight it. Next up, we arrive at the Z14 Pepsine DNA Splicing Lab. Try and say that 3 times fast. This splicing lab is the home to Cazadors, which, if you know your Fallout lore, Cazadors were actually created here in Death Mountain. So it seems fitting that at this lab we would find a unique one, Specimen 73. And by beating Specimen 73, you get the DNA Avenger perk. Studying the abominations created at the Big Mountain has granted you a damage bonus, 10%, against Cazadors. Oh, and just as a bonus, we've stomped a bunch of bugs, so we get that as well. That one, you don't always get here, it just worked out that way. You also get the Atomic Valence Tri-Radii Oscillator. Try saying that one 5 times fast as well. That is a unique piece of headgear that I believe you can only get from Specimen 73, so you definitely want to pick that up. And if you don't like fighting Cazadors, I suggest you don't open any of these doors, as Arcade can probably tell you now. This is another one that we've actually already killed. Last episode, we spent a lot of time here at the X8 Research Center getting the sonic emitter gun and getting its upgrades so it could destroy force fields and all that. But the unique one here was Gabe the Cyberdog. So just to show him off again, we'll do player.place at me 0300D352. And here is Gabe right next to me. Although, he doesn't seem hostile. Or at least he wasn't. And now he is dead, as he should be. Now, if you were to go to Higgs Village, towards the south of the map here, and find this house, you may go to the back of it, and you'll see a doghouse here. It says Stripe on it, but if you look down, it actually has the letters of Gabe. This used to be Gabe's doghouse. But who is Stripe? Stripe is a Wild Wasteland encounter that I'm pretty sure I showed off very early on in the Wild Wasteland video. And he is a miniature Deathclaw. So, his code is 15281. And where? Oh, there he is. He's so small, I didn't even see him. Probably not the type of pet you want to keep behind your house. If you thought Cazadors were the only bad thing to come from the Big Empty, do I have a surprise for you. Night Stalkers originated here at the Z9 Crotalis DNA Preservation Lab. And if you head here in the Big Empty, you can find yourself a unique Night Stalker that goes by the name of Shadis. You might have to force your way through a few other Night Stalkers as well. But right beyond this door, you will find Shadis, who has run off. Now, Shadis doesn't have much on his body to give you, but if you look around, I'm sure you can find, yep, an auto-dock upgrade for an implant. We're going to be going over all those in a later episode. Continuing on the trend of terrible monstrosities that have been created by unhinged scientists at this godforsaken place, if you go to the north of the map at the X22 Botanical Guardian, you'll find some familiar enemies. Oh, looks like he's already dead. Thanks, Arcade and Eddie. This is Patient Zero, a spore carrier. Yes, the spore carriers that were in Vault 22 in the Mojave Wasteland came from here, the Big Empty. And of course, if spore carriers came from this godforsaken place, then so did also spore plants. This is the Lost Hill Signals Transmitter, Signal Hills Transmitter, however you say it. And if you follow this scaffolding just to the northeast, you'll come across a unique spore plant The Dionaea Muscipula. I probably butchered that so hard. I don't know why it's not fighting back. This game is just full of lovely bugs, isn't it? Next up, we're gonna dive into the crazy robots that they've made and dotted all throughout the Big Empty. This is the Saturnite Alloy Research Facility located just southeast of the Z43 Innovative Toxins plants. You're gonna want your sonic emitter to gain access to this one. And inside, you're gonna find a bunch of crazed Mr. Handies that you can just kind of beat your way through until eventually you find the force field ahead of you somewhere. I'm actually not sure how deep inside this place it is. Ah, it is right there, it seems. So let's go ahead and bust out that sonic emitter real quick. And just ahead of us, we have Sparks here. A unique, crazed Mr. Handy. And of course, being at the Saturnite Alloy Research Facility, he has a Saturnite Fist on him. A very good variant of the Power Fist. This next one is another one that sadly did not survive a previous video. You can find him at the X-17 Meteorological Station. And I can actually trace this one back to probably the first Horde video I did, because that was the Snow Globe video. And this is where you get the Snow Globe for this DLC. Anyways, this is where Ironbelly is supposed to be. Of course, he is not here right now, because we kind of killed him already. So let's go ahead and see if he can say hi. His code is 1445C.
Ready to die for your country, you commie son of a bitch?
I'm no commie son of a bitch.
Make the pain last longer.
And there is Ironbelly. Not much good loot on him. Next up here at the Y-17 Medical Facility, just northeast of Higgs Village or southwest of X8 Research Center, we're looking for yet another Mr. Handy series robot. Except this one isn't a Mr. Handy or a Mr. Gutsy. This is a Mr. Orderly that we are looking at. Dr. Orderly MD PHD DDS. I'm not sure what all that stands for. I only know that D's means it's dead. Moving on to some Securitrons now. The next one we're looking for is a construction foreman. But where do you find construction foremans? Of course, in the construction site here, top left of the map. Now, unfortunately, it looks to be another one that hasn't quite survived through my game. So, course, I'm gonna spawn it in to show you guys 14457, and there he is. Yes, you may suffer harm up to and including death. Next up, we arrive at the Big MT West Tunnel, of course, in the west of the map, just northeast of X13. We're looking for our second unique Securitron here. We're looking for a robot known as the Custodian. That one definitely was not the Custodian.
Here we go.
Nor is that one.
Law-abiding citizens, please leave the area.
There's the
For
Custodian.
your safety, please take cover until the lawbreaker is dead.
You know, other than the unique name, it really does just look like a regular old Securitron, so there's not really too much. You do find a mop next to it and a mop bucket, so hey,
Clear of the combat area.
at least it knew what its job was. This one was actually a very unfortunate accident that happened while I was recording this video. While I was looking around for the Y-17 medical facility, I walked from Higgs Village, and turns out it just kind of roams around in between them in this area here, where it says Super Ego Brain Bot. And, well, it just sort of died. I didn't kill it. Arcade probably killed it, but it just died on the way. So it's not here right now. That being said, we're still gonna go ahead and spawn it in and show you guys. So this one is 1, 4, 4, 5, and 6. And there we go. We have the Super Ego. In all its threatening glory. Robo-Scorpions are definitely one of the defining enemies of this entire DLC, so it makes sense that there would be one unique big one, and it is actually required by the story of the DLC to be fought. It is in the Forbidden Zone dome entrance towards the end of the DLC. It serves as one of 3 final bosses. And it goes down just as it lived, in an epic explosion. I don't know what I was saying there, but yeah, that's the giant Robo-Scorpion. You'll definitely fight it if you're trying to beat this DLC. Now, a lot of the base game for Fallout New Vegas would probably have you believe that Securitrons are really only a thing that Mr. House can build and get his hands on. But then you come here, in the Big Empty, where you get a Securitron deconstruction plant. Here, towards the right of the map. As you enter, you'll see Berserk Securitrons, Mark IV, or even higher or lower based on your level. We are looking for a unique Securitron inside the building. It's that bigger one here. 0100111101100110010101. You are decommissioned. And so are your friends. He fires a lot of missiles, he does. But he also has upgrade parts for Muggy, which will be covered in another video. And the final enemy on our list is yet another unfortunate accident that was killed at the beginning of this video, believe it or not. You guys didn't see it. But as I was making my way to the Cuckoo's Nest, he spawned here at the X-7A left field artillery launch, and he was killed. And I knew I would probably have to spawn him in because I didn't want to do him first. I was already on my way here. It's complicated. I wanted to do things my way. But anyways, we're here. Let's go ahead and spawn in the final enemy we are looking for. 14455. This is the RY589 Ultimo Bot. And unlike most sentry bots, he goes down extremely fast, which is probably why he died. Oh my god, is it a party here. I'm gonna fend off and kill these guys, but I think we're gonna go ahead and end the episode off there, guys. Thank you all for watching if you made it this far. My game has literally crashed upwards of maybe 30 times while recording this, and it hasn't been a terrible experience, but it hasn't been great. But I really do hope you guys enjoyed. Not really a guide to show you anything or teach you anything, just to show off all these unique enemies in one video. Next time, we're gonna get into the sink, all the wonderful kooky characters you can find there, and maybe some of their upgrades. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.